This Wednesday in early May started off just as every other day on the farm. Milking began long before the sun made its way above the horizon. After the cows were taken care of and the milking machines and vacuum hoses were thoroughly washed and hung to air dry, it was time to head into the house to have breakfast with the family. After breakfast, the 3 older children went to school along the farm lanes on their scooters. The girls were excited as today another school would be visiting to play a school versus school softball game. Today was going to be a busy day for Dad, just like every day. There were many acres of wheat cover crop that needed to be cut. Corn and soybean planting was just around the corner. The horses were harnessed and hitched to the power cart and the mowing machine. It only took about 15 minutes in the field, though, for Dad to notice the mower was clogging and dragging the heavy wheat on one side of the mower. Back to the barnyard for repairs. A seemingly simple repair took 2 hours as the part needed to be ordered in and delivered. Here's the culprit right here. One of the teeth on a guard broke off. That was enough to catch the wheat on its end and build it up so that it blocked the serrated blade behind it, leaving a swath of uncut wheat. As Dad works, the team waits patiently.
Should work, I believe.
A floor jack pressing it upwards did the trick.
There. Your junk. This goes in the back.
Topping off the hydraulic oil a little bit. There's still enough time before lunch to make it worthwhile to get back out there in the field. Time for a quick lunch. Hitch the horses up here to the equipment shed, and they'll head on in and be back out in about 20-25 minutes. While they're having lunch, let's go over here and check out the school. See if that softball game's going on. Yep, there they are. There are two schools combined here. I think lunch is over, and I think they're back out in the field. The field is cut and the horses are unhitched. Now it's time to unharness them and get some other work done.
Hey.
Making short work of the field.
What?
It's making short work.
Oh, what is his name now? I can't think of his name. Black. Oh.
The horses here getting a little snack for their work. They'll get fed more later.
Yeah, it must be it was ready or something. I don't know. Like I said, that's all.
Gotta feed the farmer. I mean, drink. Give the farmer a drink too.
This is the hired boy here emptying out the feed cart. He's going to feed the heifers and the dry cows here in a little bit, while Dad cleans out the heifer barn. The hired boy here actually lives on a dairy farm. It's good for the kids to see how things are done by others, and to work for another boss. The tractor is running this feed mixer. This hay bale is getting ground up so it can be fed to the heifers. Makes it a little bit more palatable. This is how many pounds of feed are in the mixer right now. Feeding the heifers keeps them out of the way. Dad's going to be cleaning right behind them here in a few minutes. Dad's pushing the manure down to one end of the heifer barn here. That rectangular hole you see in the floor there, that leads down into the manure gravity system. The cover's gotten a little messed up. The rubber scraper is off and the bucket is on. This manure is a little dry, so it's going to be dumped right into the manure pit. The barn got a new coat of whitewash just a couple days ago. Although the wheat won't be baled till tomorrow, the baler needs to be ready. So some of the equipment needs to be jockeyed around. Just a quick repair needed here on the tongue stand. Finally can reach the baler. The baler is run by this power cart here. It's got a 177 horsepower diesel engine on it. I think he's going to fill it up and check the battery and get it started. Make sure it's ready for tomorrow. Attaching the baler control box to the power cart. Dad decided that last year was going to be the last year he grew tobacco. Tobacco has been an important cash crop for the county since the mid 1700s. Today, with labor being in short supply, its importance has diminished as farmers have turned to other enterprises to raise much needed cash. Many have turned to growing produce, but Dad has always enjoyed working with wood, so he has gone into the furniture making business. The time he would have spent planting, cultivating, harvesting, hanging, and grading tobacco will be spent in this new endeavor. Giving up tobacco sure didn't hurt his family's feelings. Time to do one more before he heads in for supper. And in a blink of an eye, supper is over and milking has started. The girls rotate chores between helping Mom clean up supper, helping Dad with milking, and feeding the young heifers, calves, and horses.
And if you fertilize the lawn,
Yeah.
the fastest it seems. Yeah, it was looking like a hayfield when it was on it. We did it once a week. It was done twice a week. So.
Crazy driver coming in.
What?
Crazy driver coming in. Watch it.
So, did you get the screw into the video now?
So you're done with school, Marion? Almost.
quite.
Not quite.
Last summer she had a girls' party there like with just a few girls. The one that's lying down that has a little bit more white than the others, that one was born on Monday. That's a cat call. See, the cats know what they want.
Time to clean up.
got a lot of patience these days. Got too much stuff around in the office.
Hot water and then cold water in here.
You think these girls have done this once or twice? It's 7 o'clock and the hired boy is heading home. Work is far from done here on the farm though. Dad rents some acreage on a nearby farm and has a custom forage harvest crew coming in to get the wheat cover harvested. A custom silage bagger has been hired also. The fields are just too far away to harvest with his horses and mules. It would be well past his normal bedtime when Dad finally got to call it a day. And it's been a busy day at that. We hope you enjoyed the video as much as we enjoyed making it. Please consider hitting the like button, subscribing if you think you would enjoy more of this type of content, and share with your friends and family. We'd really appreciate it.